Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Suit Up Geeks YouTube channel. Today, we are doing an episode 2 watch party and review. I've got my man Loretto from the West Coast. Follow him on Twitter at Marcellus Durden. Lo! What's up, man?
How we doing, sir? I'm still waking up a little bit, man. It's close to 1 a.m. my time. I took a quick nap, and then I'm going to try to get some shut-eye before work after this. But you know what? It's Friday, and it's time for the Bad Batch. I'm ready for it, man. It's only been 3 days, but it's been a long enough wait. I'm excited.
Love it, love it, love it. If you didn't already, make sure you go check out our premiere review here at the channel. We went like 50 minutes in-depth predictions on today's episode. We're watching episode 2. Should we count it down and hit play?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, I totally forgot. We probably should have synced up a watch party.
That's all right.
I doubt it's going to be as difficult as it was for what was the one we were supposed to do? WandaVision?
Yeah, it did not work out. It just kept like buffering on other different parties and in
Didn't
and out.
it work for you and Ryan?
It worked for me, yeah. But
because I think on the West Coast, the server or whatever got flooded, I think, or something like that.
Totally. All right. So, guys, we're going to get rolling here very soon. We're going to watch. If you're watching here, make sure you can react with us in the chat. We could even pause it and just respond. It's going to be a ton of fun. So, it's 30. I'm looking at the episode here. It's called Cut and Run. 30 minutes is the length of this episode. Cut and Run. So we had Aftermath, and now we're at Cut and Run. Are we going to get Fennec Shand today? I think that is a pretty good lock there. I think Fennec is a good bet. And we're going to see who the Bad Batch are going to go get. I think it's Captain Rex. We will find out. I watched the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars with my wife last night.
Nice. Just for the hell of it or what?
She never watched it.
Oh.
So it was great, and she loved it. And then we watched The Bad Batch. So I'm ready.
I swear, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if they could do a super cut for the film, I'm all for it.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Good thing I don't have to log on. All right. So hit play on your mark.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
You win.
What? I win?
No, I just feel like I heard yours turn on way before mine did.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, you're like 3 or 4 seconds ahead of me, bro.
All right, I'm pausing. I can hear you. Go. Cut and run. Let's go. All right. Following right after the events of episode 1 here.
Well, this is a first. Inspecting every corner of the ship on the entire round. She's curious. I get that. Hunter, she's
Omega's awesome.
What are we going to do with her? We are coming up on Salute Mine.
It's not the Razor Crest, that's for sure. It's not the Razor Crest. Man, if we get a Loft Cat in this episode, I will freak the fuck out, man. That was the only thing missing in the first episode was a Loft Cat, and it's happening. So this is Omega's first trip anywhere. So she's like literally
she's having a Rey Skywalker moment.
Exactly.
Love it.
What's with her?
Aw. She like just left. She's like a hobbit who just left the Shire. She's like, this is the furthest I've ever been away from the Shire, Pippin. Oh, that's so cute. All right, who's cuter, Omega or Baby Yoda?
Oh, that's no contest. Omega's awesome, but she's not as cute as Grogu.
Come on, let's get moving. Let's get moving.
Those things look like the beasts from Tremors 2.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch those. Don't touch those.
Uh-oh.
So this friend of yours, what's he doing all the way out here? Friend of yours.
Hi.
What's he doing
That's
all
what-
the way out here?
Staying off the radar's not our specialty. He's been doing it for years. And you trust the deserter. Well, why not? Betrayal that is now.
Do you think Hunter ever washes his face?
He's got the same war paint on for like ever.
A booby trap.
Single trip wire. Ah, that's cute.
Oh god.
Dude, Wrecker.
What do we have?
It is Fennec. No, it's not Fennec.
Lost their way.
Okay.
Or clones
It's been a
lost
while.
their way.
It's been a while.
I don't know who that is.
Sure, we're gonna get some kind of flashback here.
New faces.
Echo and Omega.
Here's the new faces.
Well, I was wrong.
Pleased to meet you.
And
Pleased to meet you.
where's Crosshair? It's complicated. Sounds familiar. Rex told us about the clone troopers turning against the Jedi. You talked to Rex? When? Alex passed through yesterday. Where'd he go? To the mask. He was going on about some behavioral implant.
He was going on about
Who was
some
being inhibited?
behavioral implant.
The what?
He must mean the inhibited. The Kaminoans implanted them in the clones to modify their behavior.
The Kaminoans implanted them in the
You
clones
said
to
the
modify
regular
their
program, but you never mentioned the chip.
He said the
How
regular
else do you think
program,
about
but you
it?
never mentioned the chip.
Hey, you remember the last Samurai episode of Clone Wars?
Yeah, of course.
I think that was him.
Really?
Yeah, and they were protecting his home.
We never saw
Omega. We never saw that.
Aw.
I actually want to rewatch that episode now.
Yeah, definitely. I don't remember it. It's been so long.
I think it's called The Deserter. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Oh, Omega gets to play and be a kid here. That's amazing. I'm just waiting for Grogu to like come out and eat those like little creatures, little frog creatures.
To have fun.
I
You try.
was gonna say hate it or love it, man. I'm getting like Alita Battle Angel vibes when she first plays ball.
All right, out. What's with the girl?
All right, out.
Defective clone.
What's with the girl?
We are.
Defective clone.
Not exactly.
We are.
What do you mean?
Not
Kaminoans
exactly.
don't create without a
What do
purpose.
you mean?
You all have
Kaminoans
one.
don't create without a purpose.
What's
You
hers?
all have one.
There it is.
It doesn't matter.
What's
There it is.
Kid.
It doesn't matter.
Battling droids.
She's just a kid.
As predicted in episode 1 review.
You have no idea what you're in for. You didn't have a
No
choice.
idea what
You
you
know what's
We didn't have a choice. Reno wasn't safe.
Red quarters of the storm.
Neither is Seleucumai.
Clone
Red
troopers
Swarm
policy started showing up. Heading into town.
When he started showing up. Heading into town to book us a transport.
Nah,
We
don't
can
want
take where we need to
it's too risky.
go. Nah, you'll
Do
want it,
what's
man.
best for them.
It's too risky. I have to do what's best for them.
Love it.
Oh.
There's an R unit. R2 unit.
Troops should be pulling their forces, not carrying power.
Troops should be pulling their forces, not carrying
Well,
powers.
it doesn't feel that way.
Well, it doesn't feel that way.
They started seizing ships about a week ago.
They started seizing ships about a week ago.
All
Military
tagging them
ships.
inside that impound.
All ships.
The stalls
Tagging them inside that impound.
The shuttle before was
The
spotted.
stalls up ahead. The shuttle before was spotted.
So will you and your family go next?
You and your family go next.
I suppose find a remote
Most of those find a remote piece of land on a distant
All
planet.
we need.
That's all we really need.
That's the key to not being
That's
found.
the key to not being found.
You want to know how to
You
disappear?
want to know how to
Put being
disappear.
a soldier behind.
Put being a soldier behind you and make a new life.
What do you want? What do you want?
I need to book passage
I
on the
need to book
next
passage on the next shuttle out of here.
Those credits won't do the thing without a chain code. New galactic policy.
My what?
Your chain code. I put passage on this transport.
No planetary travel without a chain code.
But I have to get on this ship.
Get your chain code. Don't make any trouble. Don't make any trouble. Just ships.
It's not just ships.
Registering people
To
too.
registering people to.
Getting off planet's gonna be harder
Yeah,
than I
that
thought.
planet's gonna be harder than I thought.
Nice one.
The hell was that?
What kind of throw was that?
See you later.
She must play for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Come inside. We have to be inside. But it's still early. Inside. Now. Here's Omega. She was right behind me.
Hey, that sounds like Phil from Rugrats.
It really does. I get it. I totally get that vibe. We just need Reptar to come out. One of these creatures. A giant Reptar.
Not good.
Appears.
It appears
No restricted. No chain
no
code.
restricted without
Cops
chain
can't
code.
sign up. They'll be arrested when they discover the shuttle.
The next shuttle leaves in a
The
few
next
hours.
shuttle leaves. in a
Codes
few
or no
hours.
codes.
Codes and no
We need
codes.
to be on it.
We need to be on it.
It's Omega. She went out past the fence.
Oh boy.
Kind of skin does that thing got, man? Took a couple blaster shots.
Yeah. It's a cool looking creature design.
What were you doing? You realize you could have been killed?
You realize you could have been killed?
Easy.
She's
Not a soldier.
she's not a soldier.
Are you hurt?
Are you hurt?
Let's take a look.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was trying to get the ball. I didn't know.
You're safe.
You're safe.
It matters.
That's all that matters.
Come on.
Come on. All right.
She'll be
She'll
fine.
be fine.
Wrecker was way better in the Clone Wars than the Bad Batch.
Tech, do you think they force your chain codes?
I only learned it moments ago. But
But
yes,
yeah,
do
do
it.
it.
Getting
Get
cuts
cuts
and the kids
and that shuttle.
Yeah, it seems like you nailed it with his childish mentality, but it's unfortunate that the only person he can level with is Omega.
I know, like he just his like intelligence was absolutely nerfed. It feels like, at least from the Clone Wars.
Wondering about that thing.
Is she homesick? I think she's homesick.
Almost forgot how big a shot you were. I know you were.
Children will always find ways to get into trouble. It's what they do. Protecting them is what we need.
Where's Meg? She wanted to stay on the ship.
I didn't think I thought you did.
And you're right. She's
She knows, don't you?
just give us some time. When you leave goodbye, I want Megan to go with you. You two can give us something that we can't.
Is that what you want?
It's what she needs. It's ironic. Clones wanted names instead of numbers. Yet now people are finding out to be given numbers. It's ingenious. You create a database to identify anyone in the galaxy. Glad you're impressed. Where are we going to find the data for these chain codes and the discs? Already thought of that. Clones now control the spaceport. There we can tap into the network and replicate the codes. Then what? Hunter set the tech and shipped inside that impound facility. That is our in. You're suggesting we call the authorities and have them seize our ship? That is exactly what I think. I get everything is abandoned. That just might work. You did what?
Uh-oh.
This was the simplest solution. Getting our ship in the house, not my idea of a solution. We'll meet you at the spaceport for the change codes. I have this under control.
So much for the
You're right. So the clone was cut. Law Quaid, a rogue clone, back in the 2010 episode of the Clone Wars.
What kind of ship is this anyway? Looks like a modified Omicron class attack shuttle.
Also, it seems like
No wonder it was abandoned.
they enhanced Tech's role, I think,
Yeah.
and it limits Wrecker.
Yeah.
It was like a give and take there.
Yeah, I agree.
You've had enough protection. We'll handle this.
She's like the new Ezra Bridger a little bit. Do you get those
Yeah.
vibes at all too?
Oh, 100%.
Like Ezra, first season of Rebels was kind of had that similar role of trying to join, that Rebels team as well.
That kid trying to prove themselves, find their place.
Yeah,
I think it's something like that's part of Star Wars, and it's someone for the audience members to relate to. This the young ones, at least.
yeah. Ben, what's up from Australia? Go Sixers, baby.
Man, I know we had Sixers fans in
Dude, our
Australia.
reach is Croatia. It's Turkey. We have
Sixers
Spain.
down under.
We have Spain, Australia. We got to reach.
Funny, Echo is playing the role of like the droid.
Yeah.
He's unlocking everything. That's something R2 usually does. Or
Uh-huh.
Chopper.
I think you nailed it, man. Omega is Ezra. Echo is Chopper.
Wait, Spaceport, what is your status? In progress.
Encryption shouldn't be a problem.
I don't know if everything will be okay.
Hurry up.
We need
You
those
need to
change
change
codes
those to get the moment shuttle. We're going to have to fly our way up.
Don't worry. I can slip the security officer to deliver this to you momentarily. No
No
chance
chance
of
to
getting
get past all that undetected.
We
We can't get caught with these change codes. We can't get caught all with
We get
we put caught up the flat like we're going to lock down the whole port.
where the
Where the
distance
distance go?
and
And
we're
we're going down.
Nice. Hey, you called it, man. That's something Ezra would do.
Remember that episode with Ezra, during with the Wookiees, and he found the young Wookiee and wanted to save the young Wookiee. This is it. It's the same thing. Except I think there we had stormtroopers, and here we have clones.
Right.
By the way, I'm not complaining at all. I'm liking
Yeah.
this.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
If something happens to her, like I said, kids always find trouble.
What's it taking so long with the two? Are you trying to get caught? Just do it like that. You want to come out here and give it a try? Hey, you don't belong here. I'm make this.
Oh no! Who's that? Oh, good. Oh, Wrecker.
Oh, it would be Wrecker.
Oh, jeez.
Running out of time, Hunter. Omega's on her way. No, something's wrong. She should be in by now. Stick to the plan, out. Let me use your application.
Didn't make license instead of 4.
Didn't tell her.
Tell me what?
The actual children to you. So you can meet with Cousin Sue.
Hey, did I do something wrong?
You need
You
a
need
family.
family here. The good people will give you the life you deserve.
I was the seventh.
You have to go. It's for your own good.
Oh, Hunter.
These shows always tugging the heartstrings, man.
They're really doubling down on this father-daughter relationship thing. Just like we said in our episode 1 review. Here we are. Meanwhile, Wrecker's just taking down everybody.
Just casually in the background fighting off a squadron.
Wrecker's like, nah, son, I got this. You guys like have your heart to heart.
Yeah. You guys handle the heist. I got this.
Ready?
I appreciate that Hunter struggled with it too.
Hmm.
John Rambo in the house.
There we go.
What are we waiting for? Call Macintosh. The system's not responding.
When all else fails, break shit.
What?
She's not.
Oh. All right.
You look like me. With sideburns. Uncle Iroh sideburns.
God, I can't help but feel like episode 1 of Star Wars Rebels vibes with this, man. It's like, that's all I feel right now. Spark of the Rebellion was the title of that episode. Really?
You're in Bicep Girls?
What's going on right now?
I know I made a mistake. And I have a lot to learn. But you don't have to get rid of me. I left Camino with you. This is where I want to be.
Tell you the truth, kid. I guess I'm gonna look to live too. This is where you need to be. Then this is where you stay.
All right, there she is.
It's good to be back, man.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So let's do a quick review here. So clearly, Dave Filoni and the Bad Batch are doubling down on the father-daughter relationship between Hunter and Omega. I thought it was really good. I'm obviously a first-time father. I've got a daughter myself, and I'm all for it. I am all for it. We kind of predicted this in our episode 1 review. So this isn't like a surprise to me. The action really got dumbed down here. The truly, this felt like ripped straight out of Star Wars Rebels for me. You have Omega as Ezra. You have, you spark a rebellion where Ezra's trying to save the Wookiees. Here, like I had all those same kind of vibes going on here. So that was the first episode of Star Wars Rebels. I feel like this was the first episode, whereas like the premiere of The Bad Batch was kind of like the bow of like getting that season started. I feel like this was the true episode 1. And if this is kind of a tease of the character development we're going to be seeing from Star Wars The Bad Batch, I'm all for it. You look at Marvel celebrates the movies. Remember that tagline? The world may change and evolve, but one thing will never change. We're all part of one big family. You look at Din Djarin, you look at Grogu, that whole father-son relationship, and now you got this. So that seems to be a trend, right?
No, 100%. And I mean, I'm not as fond of the first episode of Rebels as you are, because that's that's your show, that's your baby, man. But it was enjoyable, and I think this is the first instance of what's sure to be maybe 3 or 4 or 5 filler standalone episodes. But the thing with Dave Filoni is that it's always entertaining, and I'm not gonna lie, it's like those tugging on my heartstrings a little bit. Like, I truly believed Hunter was gonna let her go, and I thought they were gonna let her go, and she would come back later in the season. So that was a little bit of a surprise that she kind of ran off on her own. I honestly thought she was gonna be gone for a bit.
Yeah.
But I have no issues with the storytelling. I think my only issue right now is that with a filler episode like that, and it's 30 minutes, so we can only have so much time, and we got to focus on the deserters' family, obviously, and establish a reason for us to care. But the Bad Batch themselves are a little bit sidelined, minus Tech. Like, Tech is like right next to Hunter. Like, it's just Tech and Hunter first 2 episodes. Echo is kind of just the gadget droid guy, and Wrecker's just the comic relief, like you were saying in episode 1. So I would like to see a little bit more progression with them as a group, and their dynamic a little bit more. But we're only about 100 minutes in so far. So, and we got 8 episodes to go.
Yeah. So you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And like Star Wars Rebels, Chopper, all these different characters.
What's his name? Seb. I was trying to remember the other guy.
Zeb, and who was the girl? I'm drawing a complete blank. Obviously, I have Kanan Jarrus, and I'm just drawing a complete blank on who the pilot was.
Hera.
Yes, Hera.
That's my girl.
But you had episodes dedicated to those characters to
Right.
further flesh them out. Like you said, there's only 8 more episodes here. So we'll see. This show is clearly building on Hunter and Omega, and then conversely, Crosshair. I think those are the 2 main relationships the show is building towards. That dynamic between father-daughter relationship, and Hunter cementing himself as the leader of the Bad Batch versus Crosshair, who I truly expect to eventually become good again.
And real quick, I want to echo your sentiment from our previous episode, because, pun intended, I really hope that we let Echo get some closure on his boys in the 501st, especially Fives.
Yeah. So that was the surprise this week. Was I thought it was Rex. I forget what you predicted who the Bad Batch were going to get, but it was actually a character back in a 2010 episode of the Clone Wars named Cut. You actually you got it immediately. It took me like a while, because I haven't seen that episode in a long time. So any reaction on that, and was that the right direction for the series?
It makes sense. It's literally in line with, it's nothing different from what we've seen before, and it works for this type of storytelling. It works for the 30-minute mark, and those kind of stories I enjoy, because the standalone stories that that don't relate to the bigger picture, you got to have a reason to care, and that was a perfect way to pull us in, is having a character from a previous season, but also like a character with a family. It made a lot of sense to have Omega meet some children. A really nice touch to give us an emotional beat. and give her some kids to interact with, and like kind of, I think it was nice to develop Omega's character for sure. So
Yeah, let's talk about favorite moment of today, and then we'll grade it and wrap it up. My
Sure.
favorite moment of the episode was Omega just realizing she was on this brand new planet for the first time. It was like a hobbit leaving the Shire for the first time. She was like rubbing the soil on the ground. She was just so starstruck. Pun intended from episode 1, the end. So I like that a lot. I thought that they nailed Omega's character. Like I said, I had major Ezra Bridger vibes, and that is by no way a complaint. I'm really liking her character. I think she fits in really well with the group here. She is truly, I think, the heart and soul of the Bad Batch. What was your favorite moment?
that's a tough one. I think seeing Omega play with the kids,
Yeah.
it was just a touching moment, and I didn't mean to like totally cut into the episode live, but it kind of reminded me when like Alita was like learning how to walk and run, and then she figures out how to play murder ball or whatever it's called in Alita Battle Angel, and it's just kind of like that wonder of like, like no one remembers when they were a kid the first time they played, but you got to imagine like it's magical for every kid that gets to feel that rush of play for the first time, and kids deserve that, and then that's something that Omega obviously never had, so it's beautiful.
All right, how would you grade today's episode, man?
As much as I like the Filoni classic filler, it definitely was a little uneventful, and it didn't really progress the characters much, minus Omega. So emotional beats aside, which were nice, especially seeing Hunter and Omega's relationship develop, I'll give it a good like 7.5.
Yeah, I'm probably in that 7.5 range. I think that's really fair. Like you said, this was definitely that character development filler episode between Hunter and Omega. Season 1 of the Rebels had 15 episodes. This only has 10. So does the Bad Batch have time to kind of waste time on these kind of episodes? So I think, like we saw with Din and Grogu, I think definitely there's a trend building here of a climax that the Bad Batch will definitely have some kind of dynamic between Omega and Hunter for sure, and what that means for the Bad Batch moving forward. Any final thoughts, man?
Final thoughts. I'm enjoying the mystery of Omega. I think that's the catalyst, and like that's the lifeblood of this series, which ironically, it's a series about the Bad Batch, but we are all so much more enamored and focused on Omega. But to Filoni's credit, I think Grogu had the same effect on The Mandalorian, because it wasn't called Baby Yoda, it was called The Mandalorian, but we were so hooked on Baby Yoda, right? So it's just kind of interesting how those childlike characters just steal our hearts, So he did it again, man. I'm along for the ride, and can't wait to see what else is coming up. I think we're going to start picking up steam, though. They definitely don't have time to do too many more of these, in my opinion. So
nailed it, 100% nailed it. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, what's better, Omega or Grogu? Like, I love Omega. I think she's absolutely adorable. That is definitely what I'm most invested in right now. And it might be about the Bad Batch, but the Wrecker, I liked him better in the Clone Wars. Tech is cool. He definitely is more interesting than the Clone Wars. Meanwhile, it's just truly Hunter and then everyone else at this point. Then you have Omega, who they brought up the Kaminoans with the inhibitor chip. She's fully aware of that, by the way. And then you have this kind of notion that she's definitely force sensitive. And I think, what was the quote by Cut saying something along the lines of like, the Kaminoans don't do something like without purpose. And that was the nugget where it was like, all right, so she's got some sort of purpose here. What is her destiny? And that's going to be definitely kind of that mystery that unfolds.
Real quick, I just got a brain blast because I'm just trying to think like, why would they make her female? And
I don't know.
And this might sound really weird because she's just a kid right now, but what if see, now I can't say it. Kamonian way of thought was something along the lines of what you're looking for needs to be reproduced. Because, like, why make a female clone?
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's what we've talked.
Like my brain is swirling in the moment. So
that's what we talked about during episode 1 review of that. Like, this is our first seed where we're going to get into cloning force sensitive clones. So I definitely think you're right on it, man. I definitely think that's kind of where this is, building as we move forward. But anything you want to plug, dude?
God, it's Friday already, right? So tomorrow is the villain draft, which I am freaking stoked for. Admittedly, I haven't prepared my rankings list, but for the most part, I know, give or take, who my top 5 is, and I can't even remember my draft order. Am I picking like 6th or 7th again? I think.
Yeah, I think you're right in the middle there.
Okay, yeah. So I got my top 5. I'm gonna let the chips fall where they may after that because, I've done these drafts long enough to know that, I'm probably not getting out of the first round. Let's be honest. I'm playing Amanda. I'm playing Amanda. She's got an army. Amanda Army. # Amanda Bots. Whatever you want to call them. She's gonna get her votes. I just hope people like my picks enough. But at the same time, like, if I know I'm going down with the ship, I want to go down with a ship I love. So worst case scenario, I might just take characters for me. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be fun. By the way, everyone listening, watching, tune in. Tomorrow, was it 8 p.m. Eastern time?
8 p.m. Yep.
Live draft. We are all picking the best villains and creating a team. There's 10 of us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. 5 rounds
on this channel. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. I promise you, Loretto, you're gonna be laughing your ass off at my picks. Like, mine are 100% off the wall. And
okay, so you're also throwing caution into the wind. Like,
yeah.
F it. You're gonna just pick who you want to pick.
I am hoping people. Here's my strategy. I'm hoping people see my picks and they're like, "Yes," you know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. That reaction. Like, I found one last night that I'm like, I might take it in the first or second round, and people probably don't even have it on their big board. Like, it is so good that people are just gonna laugh their ass off, and it's just so good. And anyway.
To my point is, like, that's what's gonna make this so exciting. It's like. Yeah. Because there's going to be the obvious ones, but it's the ones that people don't expect. I think it'll be really fun.
Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. I don't want to give out my full strategy, but I do have one, and it's worked so far. And if you know my previous strategy, then I'll tell you when we're off the camera. But anyway, all right. Make sure you like and subscribe here to the Suit Up Geeks YouTube channel. Make sure, if you love the Bad Batch, please give this video a like. And be sure to check us out. Tonight, we're going to also be doing WandaVision versus Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to be breaking those down season 1 into what we got: rewatchability, visuals, memorable moments, overall grade, and we're grade each out of 10 and see which one was better. It's a ton of fun to compare and contrast those beasts of TV shows. Make sure you follow my man Loretto on Twitter at Marcellus Durden. I am Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Stay awesome, guys.